Hi, think about your revenue is growing, but your freedom is shrinking. That is not scale. It's a trap disguised as success. Let me tell you a story. A founder I work with had just crossed $2 million in revenue. On paper, thriving, but in reality, exhausted. Every client escalation came to her. Every hire needed her approval. Every decision waited in her inbox. She couldn't take a vacation without things falling apart. Her team was busy, but not autonomous. Her system existed, but only in her head. One day she said, I built this to have freedom. Why do I feel so stuck? Because she didn't build a business. She built a dependency. So what is the learnings here? Revenue doesn't equate to stick scalability. Growth proves demand, but not durability. You, as a founder, are the biggest bottleneck. If everything needs you, nothing cannot move without you. Systems create freedom. What's repeatable is scalable. Clarity beats control. The more you hold on, the less your business can expand. Teams don't fail. Unclear processes do. People can't execute what isn't defined. So, let me tell you something that makes more sense as I move along. So, the three things we need to concentrate on is revenue versus scalability, the founder's bottleneck, systems versus heroics, clarity over control, and finally, I'll give you a secret formula, a 2-week test. So, we always have the founder's bottleneck. Most founders don't realize you're just part of the system. But you are the system. Every time your team says, let me check with you, that's a red flag because decisions are not distributed, they're centralized. And centralized business don't scale. Let's practice systems versus heroics. Right now, ask yourself, are things getting done because you stepped in, you fixed it, you remembered it, or because there is a process, there is a system, and there is ownership? We need to, the fourth point is clarity versus over control. A lot of founders think if I let go, quality will drop. But here's the truth: control limits growth, clarity enables it. If your team doesn't act without you, it's not because they are incapable, it's because expectations aren't clear, processes aren't defined, and outcomes aren't measurable. So, what can you do about it? The fifth thing, the 2-week test, the secret formula. Here's a very simple test. If you disappear for 2 weeks, do decisions stop? Do clients feel it? Does revenue slow down? If yes, your business is not an asset yet. It is still dependent on you. there is a mindset reframe that needs to happen, a shift. Scaling requires a major shift from I need to be involved in everything to I need to design a system where I'm not needed in everything. You go from being an operator to an architect, from a doer to a designer, from a decision maker to a decision enabler. That's the evolution most founders resist, but it's only path to scale. So, what are the 5 things that help in scalability? First one is revenue versus scalability. Revenue doesn't mean scalability. 2, the founder's bottleneck. Does everything have to go past you? Systems versus heroics. Do you have systems in place that automatically solve the problem? Clarity over control. How much clarity, how much vision, how much expectations are set with your team? Are the processes set? Are the things to be do set? What is the expectation set? Are you involved in everything? This is all very important. And finally, go through the 2-week test. Disappear for 2 weeks and see what happens. Do the decision stops? Does your revenue get affected? Do your clients feel your absence? Yeah, that is the key. The key is to automate the process, automate the systems and the processes. And that's when scalability builds into your business. When you don't feel stuck, you feel freedom. You are the decision maker. You are the creator, but not the executor. That's when everything in your business falls in place, because you become scalable, because you have a set processes, there is immense clarity, you have the right team to execute those, and you don't have to be involved in everything. So, let me leave you with this. Growth feels exciting, but scale feels boring, because scale is documenting process, training teams, building systems, and letting go of control. But the boring work is what buys you freedom, time, real enterprise value. So if your business feels heavy as it grows, don't ask, how do I grow more? Ask, what am I still holding to that I should have already built a system for? Remember, the moment your business runs without you is the moment it finally starts scaling. So this is Raj Shankar telling you that scalability and involvement is not true, but scalability and freedom is a sincere there is a sincere correlation that exists. As a founder, I want you to feel free. As a founder, I want you to let go. As a founder, I want you to have systems in place that make scalability an easy process. I want you to have systems in place where your teams know what to do. Even if there is a 2-week test where you completely take off and nobody needs to contact you, because the systems are in place, because you are a problem solver, you are a designer, you are the creator, and you are not the executor. You have a team that executes everything. You have a team that makes scaling possible. Please check out my other videos as you learn more about how to be a better how to do better in business.